prefer doing it this way. It's just kind of my thing, and I think better when I do it this way. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with the way you said the way you said that, Fresh. I think that is absolutely a completely valid way to do it, and probably a smarter way to do it. However, I'm stubborn. Let's see. I'm actually going to do reroute for this so that I can have all of them very clean. Let's see. Cleric, druids do this. Monks, rogues, and warlocks, not wizards. Monks, rogues, and warlocks all go to D8 hit points immediately. Now let's see, wizards do D6, set hit points. Which actually I could have just copied this and then changed it. Oh, the reroute node? Reroute nodes are awesome. So all you do is you drag off of whichever pin you're looking for, type reroute, and then press enter. And that comes in. However, with 4.8, which I don't have on this computer yet, I forgot again, sorry guys. With 4.8, if you have a wire already exposed and you double click on it, it will create a reroute node for you. And you can create as many as you want, and they've added in the functionality to, I don't know if it's in 4.8 or 4.9, but they've added in the functionality to where you can take the reroute node and actually route it back to the left, where normally they all went to the right. So that's new and fun that we've done. Very useful, I suppose. With arrays and replication in multiplayer, I made a related level and stat system in my game and had it all set up in arrays. Worked fine on the server, but wouldn't work on the clients despite what I believed was correct networking. I reproduced the same thing with variables instead of arrays, and it worked fine. Oh no, don't worry about the wall of text, man. I'm here to help you guys. That's kind of my whole point. I'll give you my spiel real quick. I actually do work at Epic Games. I'm one of the engine support techs there. If you ever see Adam Davis on the forums or Answer Hub, that's me. So, yeah, this is literally my job, is to help you guys. So I don't mind doing it. Let me think for a minute. I'm not the best with networking. However, I believe you should be able to, depending on, are you making sure first off that your variables are valid? Of course. Let me compile and save. So we're gonna play a little game here, and it's called Adam's gonna fuck up some networking. So let's make a simple actor of test test network. Yeah, we'll go with that because that's a great name. And just give it a simple static mesh so we can see it. Class defaults. We want to replicate movement, always relevant, and replicates. I know I probably don't, like I said, I am really not the best at networking, so forgive me if I fuck anything up. This is Adam in learning mode. Hey, thanks TK, thanks. I appreciate that. Adam is really good at fucking things up. Let's see. definitely want to do a replicated on the variable. We're going to do a simple integer array. On begin play, do a for loop. First index being 0, last index being 9, loop body, do set array element. New variable, item, going to be equal to the index, size to fit. Now here's where it gets interesting. Is valid. Get self. Or no, we don't need to do an is valid check. We need to do a network switch has authority. That's what I need. So authority print string actually for each so I'm probably doing this wrong. Print string no authority. So theoretically speaking, a function in my character class that was called reliably on the server that received input of an array and experience to add to the skill held by the array. The arrays were all replicated. I'm assuming, since you seem to know a lot about networking, I'm assuming you probably had the switch has authority. Are you running it out of authority or remote? First and foremost. Okay, so first I'm actually going to have it check. Just a simple check to see if this is the server. If it is false, which it that seems like an unnecessary step. Okay. I will say that if the array is not replicating, this sounds like it may be a bug. And if you are in if you're in 4.8, definitely report it. Give me a second and I will try. Reliable and run. The player would call that event, and the event was a function, and the function it would execute on switch has authority. Okay, cool. Let's see. First and foremost, we're going to put this in, make sure it's actually printing. Boom, it's printing. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and bump the number of players to 2. Do run on dedicated server. Just in case, because my computer is a potato here, it may crash. I have never done any networking on this computer, so let's hope and pray. Okay, so the client did report no authority. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is let's try running this here. Boom. So it does run when you use remote on the array that has been replicated. Let's try rep notify, see if there's any difference. I don't know. And I'm sorry that the chat gets covered. It's on my second monitor and I have it set up to get this space. but when I hit this network client thing, apparently that window shifts over in front of the chat. So I'm sorry, I'll try to move it over this next time. There we go. Hopefully in the future it will not do that again. Okay, so let's try this. There we go. I can't see if it printed. I think it did. Okay, client 2 did print on rep notify. Yeah, that's what I'm checking first is just whether or not the networked variable is populating. Since I'm not doing anything specifically, because it shouldn't populate if I'm looking for the remote, and this isn't set to replicate, but it is replicating, which is weird. Okay. Network. Not actually sure what a cosmetic event instance is. Is dedicated server. Branch. True. Go to false. False. Go to true. So that's weird. Okay. So all this does is, if it is true, return false. If it is false, return true. Goddamn Mongolians. Every time we Chinese try to understand networking and authority, you Mongolians gotta come and tear it down. I don't have a problem with any Mongolians. That was just a line from South Park, just so you know. Okay. Let me think for a minute here. This may take a minute. You can probably see the smoke from where you are. Oh, hey, we have achievement stuff. Stop. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay. Give server. No. Okay. Let's do this real quick. I am looking for anything that makes this make more sense, Fresh. This is a completely new area to me, so I'm sorry if it does take me some time to try and figure it out. I'm completely winging it here. Okay, both returned goodbye. because both are on